Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Make left. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 500 meters, you have permission to access the refueling tanker. 100. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Caution. Pull up.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Secure the LZ quickly.
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed for wheels.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. 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 Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride. Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish him off.
All right, let's give him a beating.
Caution. Pull up.
Missile away.
Breaking!
Target acquired.
Enemies are attacking! Where the hell did they come from? Fire up the searchlight! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. Guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
Fastest one. Arrived at the AO. Landing now.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. On time, peace is free.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better. Strider 1, hostile has a lock.
Missile launched. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Forecaster, hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies in the LZ. Target acquired. Missile inbound! Missile inbound!
That's a hit.
We need you to immediately destroy anything that'll jeopardize the landing.
Enemy behind you! Take! That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out.
Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites. The timing couldn't be worse. This puts our delivery staff in danger.
Fox 2.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1. Missile launched. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Fast was one. Landing down. Enemy, trust your allies and keep moving. This base is ours for the taking. Wait the base, Commander! What are you waiting for? Breaking up! We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of him for us.
Strider Squadron, do it quickly, or we'll lose the element of surprise.
Air support is on its way.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Damn, that did it.
Locked on. Go down. Strider 1 is down.
Must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need the force in their camp. 2-2! We're stuck! We won't be able to capture the base at this rate! Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy. Ambush, stay calm. Reload the ranks.
Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
That's it. Pick up those two. Force our way inside the facility.
Attack this.
Open your eyes. Check 6.
Man in the fire. I'm in position. He's mine.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
This is nothing compared to what we faced in the last mission.
Target eliminated.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Enemy's begun its counterattack. Damage to our unit is at 20%.
Keep firing.
Target is hit.
Allies down. In position behind bandit.
That bandit is still on your back.
Missile did not connect.
Damage report. We need to terminal movement.
We need you to deal with the remaining hostiles. The assault forces are facing strong resistance.
Get the wounded out of here. Hurry.
We can't carry out our mission.
We've still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet. The enemy's looking to engage. Watch your back. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. 2 remaining.
Missile evading. Bandit acquired. Launch bandit back.
Fox 2.
Getting on a rock. Breaking.
Watch your remaining missiles. 1 last enemy fighter.
Break.
That takes care of that. Nice work. We did it. That's the last of them. We achieved air superiority.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Keep pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay. Start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Fire! Tear down that barricade!
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza. Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that. Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. Turn left. Lower your nose. You're too high. 1,500 meters to the runway. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider.
Excellent.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me, so I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit, just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Missile.
Strider 1, turn line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel there.
Missile.
Good luck, everyone.
Missile. Missile.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Missile.
Yeah, it's real funny.
Missile.
Fox 2,
Missile. Missile.
Oh yeah!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
on my target's back. Time to punch through. Fox 2.
Missile.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Missile.
Make that and miss. Strider 1, hostile gunning for you.
Missile. Missile.
I'm trying to break.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on.
I need to get away. Breaking. Hurry up and break. Behind you.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farmati Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support.
Enemy missile. Breaking. Aircraft lost. Ejecting.
The enemy numbers are accurate. Locked on. Go down.
Careful. The ruins of sunken ships make these waters shallow. Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Fox 2.
We got a lock.
Missile.
Strider 1, warning, missile.
Hold up.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is controlled.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Enemy has a lock on.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Enemy on your rear.
Be careful up there. We shot down many.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSC is really something.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Roger. The park room destroyed. Soon get this stuff cleared away.
I know the feeling. Locked on.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Missile.
Missile! Break hard!
Missile.
Okay, Trigger, Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Shit.
That's something.
Strider 1, the enemy has a line. Enemy this way.
Bandit behind you.
Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Breaking lock. Evading.
Fox 2.
You're mine.
Locked on. Go down.
Missile.
In gun range. Contact.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Missile.
Strider 1, reporting.
Missile fired. Evading.
Enemy on your tail. Watch it!
Strider 1 down to hostile.
Hostile have lock.
Check that bandit behind you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Go forward, taking heavy fire.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile and you're incoming.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Ally has been shot down. Enemy on my tail. I can't take him.
Strider 2. Fox 2.
Evade! Evade that missile!
Locked on hostile.
Strider 2, check your 6.
Time to take him out. Missile! Evading!
Missiles are coming along.
Strong at range.
Arc wide open. Nowhere to hide. Evading!
Fox 2.
Need more air support. Can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Success! You're mine! The enemy is worn out. Okay. I got it finally!
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this. Carelessness, pride, arrogance. Careful. Homicidal intentions and a heart beating. Target struck, but he's still kicking. Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner!
Fox 2.
Missile.
Breaking! Breaking! Missile fired! Evading!
Strider 1, enemy on your tail.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Caution. Alert.
In position behind bandit.
Missile away.
Ally down! Hostile has a lock. Missile incoming. Break.
Not bad, not bad. That's a hit.
Breaking from enemy. I, for one, welcome all support, especially from Blue Strike.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Frabanti could be in jeopardy now. We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet. It's no use! We have to retreat!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target destroyed. 5 minutes remaining. Strider 1, missile!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy is locked on. Break away.
Missile. Missile.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Missile.
firing.
Missile.
Enemy is firing.
Missile did not connect.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control.
Scram 2, locked on target. Fox 2.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Locked on. Go down.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Friendly aircraft lost.
Missile.
Breaking.
Missile.
Missile inbound, hey.
Missile. Missile.
I'm hit. Behind target, attacking.
Enemy's gonna lock.
Missile. Missile.
An enemy is behind you.
Missile.
Enemy sighted.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Missile evaded.
Missile. Missile.
Breaking.
Target locked.
Enemy on your tail.
Bandit has a lock. Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good. Trigger!
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest. 3 minutes remaining.
Missile.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break!
Missile.
Dodge.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Enemy is firing.
Missile.
Strider 1, watch your tail.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 4, missile inbound. Gotcha, pal.
Target acquired.
Ammunition 0.
Behind target, attacking.
This one's wide open.
Powerful AA defense system in the AO. Coordinates Tango 2A. Lima 39.
Ammunition 0.
Here's an AA.
Ammunition
No
0.
untangling. It's protecting the defense. Smith, see where he shot my missile down before it reached. I'm being targeted from their ground facility. Taking fire!
Hostile has a lock.
Heads up, enemy on your 6.
Missile.
Pay attention, break.
Missile.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, this is Control. Strider 1, this is Control Tower.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy on your tail.
Strider 1, missile away.
Attacking from behind my target.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood.
Understood.
1 minute remaining.
Bandit acquired. Locked on. I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go. Fox 2.
Targeting gun range.
Missile.
Enemy's got a lock.
30 seconds remaining.
Enemy is firing. Attack this.
Vehicle eliminated.
In position behind bandit.
Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogeys. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different group. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
Missile.
Mission proved to be far from. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Locked on.
One ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Get your pal.
Missed.
Hostile has a lock.
Cyclops 2, break! Break now!
Miss, target's still active.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No, 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 no! Who are these guys?
Looks like they're on our tail. Shaking bandit.
Caution, enemy has a lock.
Missile launched, evade!
Target acquired.
Target locked. What's this guy eating to fly like that?
Sorry, I gotta bail out.
What's up soon after? That's the last we heard from him.
Not long before our forces surrounded. Box 2. Shaking bandit.
Missile hit. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Bandit fire missile.
Cyclops 3, I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it.
Dodged it.
Wow, I'm sure he's...
Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home.
Missile.
I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Missile.
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys will let you have it. You're mine.
Target is hit.
Nice. Mine. Give him one more.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Taking fire. Enemy has a lock on me.
Missile did not connect.
Enemy on my 6.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman! Missile
is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead.
Wiseman! Shit!
Negative, Cyclops 2, you're in the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
Duty is yours.
That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count.
Target locked.
Damn, I want to grab Trigger's 8, but I can't keep up.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Can Trigger handle the solo?
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked on.
You're holding your own out there.
Missile.
Shaking bandit.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy on your back. Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Missile hits.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get
Missile.
Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can
Missile.
do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
pushing
it.
out.
What was that?
Lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Arusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Arusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Arusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Gotta pass through.
We have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radios? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Bridge is getting blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
What points there is living? That's that you leave this country.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Three strikes. Crying a plane.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
What's wrong with Drone? Whether you're angry or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Watch over the future. Get behind Evans.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
Destroy aircraft with tally marks on the tail. They're penal unit rebels.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit.
Missile. Missile.
There's more to Falcon technology than just IFF designations for what was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harvey, put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Falcon technology brought chaos to the world.
Who's responsible for Harlan's assassination?
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger? Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
You're in their sight, Strider 1.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Behind the enemy.
Caution. Pull up. Missile.
It's Erusian military.
Caution.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
Missile.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice.
Missile.
Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
Missile.
Maybe we should join up with them. It means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Missile.
Is permanently infighting within these groups.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Missile.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after here.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't take responsibility for the capital small, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
How'd you last long, Caster? We've been ready and we're here to help.
Bandit in my sight. On guard.
We reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erosion News Network. Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down. This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
Star warning. Missile.
Erosion fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Welcome.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Yeah, good work. Schrader 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, nothing is supposed to big shots to you. I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Mine.
Missile.
Target is in machine gun range.
No good. Shit.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Missile.
In my way.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Enemy missile coming at me. Breaking.
Star warning. Star warning.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is. The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erosion aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osea craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously.
have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco, understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
We can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden.
They must be accessing it remotely.
Which unit is behind this?
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
I've been spiked.
Missile. Missile.
Attack missed.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked on.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
I got a stubborn one on my ass.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile inbound. Drinking.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile.
Missile away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Target acquired.
Counter scrub is fully functional. Good crap.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
They have to repeat our day.
Missile evaded.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Enemy on your back.
In gun range.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 3, launching missile.
Missile. Missile.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Four bandits left. Strider 1,
Find the enemy.
Missile.
I've been spiked.
Missile.
3 bandits to go.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strutter 1, Fox 2. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send missile! I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster.
In order to we'll head up too, once... Oh, what did you say?
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Yep.
Something's...
Allied aircraft! A retreating vehicle is taking fire! Requesting assistance!
Roger.
Pull up. Caution.
Got a positive ID.
Shit! These are Ocean!
Unknown successfully identified.
Thank God! Friendly birds!
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Our air support is here.
Cyclops 3.
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The illusions are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We only need an hour tops. We need the advantage to put the enemy down.
Calling friendly birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help while we're still up and running. Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks. Help me! Gather all the wounded together.
Do not fire on unidentified targets. You're risking friendly fire.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fighting. Yeah, they're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but really don't want to think about it. The Prussian bastard! He's a blatant war crime! Think photos forever. Stop whining!
Strider 3 launching missile.
I hope the rebels and Lucian army end up wiping each other out.
Our only allies, the Lucian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least do civilians in the top area. Artillery fire's got a number on my hearing. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Don't pursue two decoys. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until Operation Feeding Time. Lure them away from the masked driver.
Missile. 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 Caution. Pull up. Missile. Missile. Missile.
You're with us! Keep them there!
Okay, Commander, down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
We're outnumbered. Heavy losses. We can't get along. Right, the enemy are shooting before we make that time.
The landing ship is waiting for you.
Right, and leave the wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind. It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side? We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire. Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researching them as family. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
Missile. Missile.
Get in the landing craft!
Missile.
Many thanks, Longcaster. We're gonna have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile.
Edward, stay calm. We won't delay. It's fine if we take a little damage. If that goes good now, we can take fire, but they're running on fuel and low on ammo.
Strider 1, you identified the unknown targets.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring the lanterns.
Strider 1 is hit.
ID complete.
Target destroyed.
Wait, Multiple bogeys from the east.
Missile.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Missile.
We need to ID the bogeys. Take them down if they're hostile.
Missile.
Understood.
Missile. Missile.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Squad, you're near an armada of bogeys. Identify them.
Missile.
Target hit.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Missile.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Missile.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Wait a minute. I've been hit by a missile.
Missile.
Launch control.
Missile.
Flight leader. All systems ready. Go for launch. This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Missile.
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch yourself. These guys are working together to bring us down. They took out Strider 1.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks.
Missile.
It's absolute chaos out there.
Missile.
The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
The rebels are here. First one go by and detonate on the second.
Missile.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
Our tank commander's down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. With that, we're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but I don't want to think about it.
Target destroyed.
Strike, count to 3, and the enemy's gone. Push him back! Fire!
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile.
You're fighting war crimes! Take photos for evidence. Get out of here, hurry! You let them through, or let's put it
Missile. Missile.
Go with us!
Missile.
Can you see the enemy APC from there?
Missile. 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 Missile.
Here's the enemy position! Good job! The artillery fire is a number on my hearing!
Missile.
I just got the photograph.
Missile.
We'll head back to APC soon.
Missile.
Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least get the children a proper burial.
Missile. Missile.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. Now! Get in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We're craning your neck. Our guys will take care of 3 strikes.
Enemy has a beat on you.
Locked on.
Missile.
Triggers, blast them in!
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to find some time. Open the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass driver.
Missile. Missile.
This independent special security squadron is demanding to be let into the base.
Missile.
These
Missile.
rebels are
Missile. Missile.
Understood.
Missile.
This is the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side? We'll be firing at each other.
Missile.
This is AFAX Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! I confirm. The info is from Allied AWAC. Hold your fire! Roger. Where are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Missile.
Help me! Gather all the wounded together.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Airports nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in something.
Missile. Missile.
This is Echo 13. Two tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Missile.
Not bad at all, Trigger.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Use your legs and crawl. You can surrender with your hands.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you.
Missile.
Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon?
Missile.
Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return! These are unguided. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Missile. Missile.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. Prepare for launch.
Missile.
Launch control. Enemy closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that.
Has a beat on you.
Missile.
Ready. Locked.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Draw the enemy's attention here. Behind my target.
Missile.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Fox 2. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. Target hit.
Trigger it. Splash the bandit.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Watch yourself. These guys are working together to bring us down.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Our bombers are destroyed. Damn it.
Don't mistake them for rebels.
This whole operation is crazy. Stop whining.
ID complete.
less than half our vehicle. Looking good. We need help. Bring all the injured.
Pick up the speed with your search. The faster you find him, the more people we can save.
Missile.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. Enemy's not stupid. Grabbing the supply ship. Do the countdown!
Missile.
There's still one arsenal bird left. We can make these a bomb, then Elysia will have a fighting chance. Bird's cameras will track the supply ship. Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Destroyed. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Strata 1, target acquired. Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go. Take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now.
Missile. 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 Missile.
It's a big maze.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. Hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Illusion tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. I have still 3 days, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. Share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Missile.
We're moving out. Leave the dead behind. We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
We destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I'm thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator? Why would you?
Okay, sister. Who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile away.
Good job! The enemy tanks are too. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Target eliminated.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Hurry! Get moving!
Missile. 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 Missile.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling systems on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Illusion soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile.
Expecting this to be easy, and all they can do is fly fast.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about it for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Trust the plan, but before the loss of power,
We need to know which sends them down.
The missile hit the supply ship dead on.
The target's using cloud cover to hide itself. Don't worry, we know where it's heading. I'm usually pretty good at playing tag, but these guys have a head start. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. We've recalculated the remaining time. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
out the payload can deliver to the arsenal bird.
60 seconds remain.
Alright, let's move in behind them and take them down.
The missile hit its target. Everybody, keep a safe distance to avoid getting caught in the explosion. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. I never see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take it.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
outer space?
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Hold on.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Bandit has a lock. Target locked.
Don't stop the car! It'll make us an easier target!
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
that many. Aim carefully and take them down.
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
But what is he talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused.
I know. Check the base.
Strato 1, Fox 2. Strato 1, target acquired. Tank is destroyed.
Our anti-aircraft weaponry is down by 30%. Why are they attacking this base? We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Stall warning. Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fire the salmon once.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military? The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flocked. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
My arms are placed up in the air.
Lockdown bandit.
Stall warning.
Evading enemy missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Hit them with AA shells and they'll come down.
Fox 2.
They have 4 aircraft. More planes incoming. Fire more missiles.
Missile. Missile.
I've been spiked.
Locked on.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Target destroyed. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We don't have enough AA weapons. They're bombing us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp. That plane's starting to ice up. We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Ah, shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
That's Shalaji Castle.
1, target destroyed.
They're here already. They can pay no heed to our scouts. Taking on civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines. Not done landing. Our air defense capabilities are compromised.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Bombs away.
Missile. Missile.
Strato 1, target acquired.
Shit!
Strato 1,
We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us!
watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Just how much do they want to take from us?
Yeah, they can go on ahead without me. Evading!
Stall warning. Missile. Missile.
Salmon's out! We're running out of ways to strike back! We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation
distance. All aircraft confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Missile away.
Missile.
Hey, destroyed! Getting stuck! Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we can get up there. Along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Stall warning.
3 interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Missile.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot these invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shiraji airspace. Turn around and we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the OCN Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to talk in so tough after losing one of the leaders at Morbanti. You bastard!
Missile.
You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Enemy on your back.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
All these guys are pretty accomplished fighting pilots.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile.
They're working with you, Senate.
Missile.
Locked on.
They should have left just like we told them to.
Missile. Missile.
Bandit has a lock.
Soul Squadron, give Snowbird's leader to King.
Enemy on my tail.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Target acquired.
Don't underestimate them just because Mr. X isn't here.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
These guys are just as responsible for Wiseman. Locked on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Don't let him get under your skin.
Beat on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy on your back.
These guys are pretty good.
Missile. Missile.
Hang in there. This battle isn't over. Locked on, Bandit.
Missile.
What the hell do you know about Wiseman?
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We just need to buy ourselves some time.
Missile evaded.
Enemy on your back.
They think they're a band of knights. I hate them even more. They think they're actual nobility. Alright, I'm a wild gunman then. Time to shut your mouth.
Hostile has a lock.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
I'm out.
Back up trigger.
Righto. Let's do this.
Target locked. Enemy on your back. Missile inbound. Jinking.
Vito and I will take care of them. Understood. Roll's been hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time. As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you. Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person. Yummy. Lost Legion squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
50%.
Box 2. Not bad.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack.
Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you.
Fox 2.
Being together with Mihai taught me something. True fighters don't grow up with the blue. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. And they're what the Lost Legion Air Force should be fighting against.
Targeting correction 1.7 degrees. Positional prediction complete.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. Hang in there. This battle isn't over.
Targeting correction 0.8 degrees. Targeting assisted prep complete.
Strider 1, target acquired. The railgun is firing again. Strider 1 has been hit. Are you alright?
He's flying, but if he takes another hit, it's a miracle you're not in a million pieces.
System power at 50%.
Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
Bad news. Its accuracy is increasing with each shot. Take him down as quickly as possible. You're low on missiles.
Fox 2.
Smash those missiles right into the ground.
Does this guy have a death wish?
Hey, this just seems like another ordinary day for him.
100%. Targeting correction 0.02 degrees. Targeting correction
lost radar contact. High-speed projectile launch from the aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you.
Missile.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, we must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person. Mihai. Hostile Gene Squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that flame. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Watch your opponent carefully. Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you. Being together with Mihai taught me something. Drone fighters don't they have no place in the cosmos of the skies. They go further than there with the best of the Jedi Air Force should be fighting against him. Targeting collision 1.7 degrees. Targeting assisted press complete.
Sky's been sliced wide open. He fell over until the agents of the destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
Targeting correction 0.8 degrees. Ready to fire.
One, Fox 2. The railgun is firing again. Strider 1 has been hit. Are you all right?
He's flying, but if he takes another hit, it's a miracle you're not in a million pieces.
System power at
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of your pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then to see if he's truly worthy.
Bad news. Its accuracy is increasing with each shot. Take him down as quickly as possible. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Smash those missiles right into the ground.
Does this guy have a death wish?
Hey, this just seems like another ordinary day for him.
Target's in machine gun range.
Scored another hit.
He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor... But we got...
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans? Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish, to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder... which path you would choose. When looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP. Thanks. I owe you. No sweat.
Get into formation. We up the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
What's he doing speaking on an open channel? The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the Coalition as well.
Missile.
This is Gold Squadron and Rival Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Sol-2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to rendezvous. Something on Squadron, though.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some other squadrons are in weird formations. They have manned aircraft moving UAVs and slave food. All this just to keep the war going. The UAVs were sluggish when the leader went down.
I thought as much. Drones with elevators are slow as hell. The biggest flaw in their slave food.
Drone leadership right certified. Out of visual on 3 strike. Look out for 3 strike. Do not shoot down. They took a bite out of me. Breaking. Focus on the phone.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut so that we can stop to avoid chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
3 strikes is on our side? That's the best news I've heard in a long time. Again, 3 strikes?
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Brush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked up signal in order to reach out to you.
Missile. Missile.
Battle position. Take down the Arsenal Bird and build a new country.
Some coalition this has turned out to be. They'll keep talking big once that goes over too. You can bet on it. We need something or someone to guide us.
Picked up a safe rack. How about one more than however many they made?
Strider 1, missile launched.
Quite the commotion.
5 minutes remaining.
With the communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real-life princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes.
It's safe over here. We take it stairs.
Yes. Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, tabloid.
All right, understood.
Missile.
Locked on it. Firing.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, break! Break!
Missile.
No, that's just one of those resistance
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Caster, we have more incoming.
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
We can't switch off the security system. We've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! Law, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. Well, dear, got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the arsenal bird. Shit, airburst type. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
I'm bailing out!
I said we were going to take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was going to do it myself. Dumbass.
Helios launched from the arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
You caught that. It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound.
I'm going down! It's up to you now.
30 seconds remaining.
Cyclops 2. Fox 2.
The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal.
Target acquired.
Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack on the arsenal bird.
Incoming!
5, 4. Everybody, give this attack everything you've got.
Open fire!
All missiles were shot out of the sky! Attack failed! Cruise missiles did not reach their target!
Damn monster!
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal bird.
Lasers!
Missile destroyer can strike a marker. We can't train it! Evacuate! Crash is starting, heavily damaged by laser weapons. We work to capture our aircraft and telling us how single blast! Boy lifeboat!
HQ, we have a problem. Damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was a pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal bird.
Break! Break! The enemy's got a lock.
How did that miss?
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. How are you
APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal burn.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard, seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone. Get a radar room here and see I think.
Nothing raises this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
Target is hit.
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal burn with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies that's hit. Get this guy off my tail. I can evade this.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed. You've been directly hit by a missile.
Man is behind you, caution.
It's ready against APS. Target hit.
How did they get Strider 1?
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal burn.
Lasers!
This is the surge. It's striking larger. We can't train it. Evacuate! Flagship starting heavily damaged by laser weapons. Towards your captain, aircraft control are melting. Deploy lifeboats.
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That's a pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal burn.
Catch ya, pal.
Strider 3 missile in the air! Evade!
Look at that light from the arsenal bird.
Landed on a friendly's tail.
It's ready against APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal burn.
They're after me. I need cover.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard, seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone. They get a radar room here and see I think.
The other thing
Hit it!
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal burn with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies that's hit.
Cyclone 1! Missile! Missile!
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed. It's ready against APS.
Hostile has a mark.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Damn it. I think it's damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
All my targets back.
Light bulb shaped thing, but it doesn't lit up.
That's it. That's the location marker. Have it from there, right?
Got it.
module destroyed.
Great work!
Strider 1, I knew you could do it. Move on and destroy the rest.
Is everything okay?
Said, some people were crushed. The kid's absent when I tried to
Good. What about Tabloid? Is he safe?
George and the girl were saved. They were saved.
Docking module destroyed. That's 2 of them.
Don't let yourself be distracted. Just focus on what you need to do. Our plane's starting twice up.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Don't worry about backing up Strider 1. Just try to stay out of his way.
Attack missed.
Throttle right tight. Illusion pilots should know better than anybody that that's the right call.
Enemy on your back.
Drake 1, you're too close to Strider 1. Get out of the way.
Blake.
I've been spiked. Ready to fire. Ambush from inside the
All targets have been destroyed. The supply unit is ready to fall off.
Yeah! Good job.
You should be able to see the rectangle where the supply unit was. Destroy that, and even the mighty arsenal bird is sure to feel it.
There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
Rectangle makes you to confirm destroyed.
Forecaster. Oh my god. The arsenal bird is on fire.
Trigger, break off. Arsenal bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal bird is down.
Longcaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry, looks like it'll be open water. All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Everyone, can you see this? These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here. Can you see this? This is just one of the many sides of war and what it does.
All Illusion soldiers around the space elevator. Surrender now. We will not attack. We can hold them off until support arrives. Our units surrender. You guys better not throw away your lives either.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down.
Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down. What?
Warning, incoming bogey.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory?
I'm coming down. I'll see you on the ground.
No, wait!
Enemy on my 6! Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something!
Strider 2, missile inbound!
Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that!
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way. Get the refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer, though.
There's an Ocean carrier a few kilometers to the west. It ran aground and was abandoned. It won't be easy, but it's the only place you got.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do. Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down. You're too fast. Lower your speed. 3,000 meters to carrier. Bank left, Trigger. Lower your nose. 1,500 meters to carrier.
Make right. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. What are you doing, Trigger? Land already. I'm going out of my way to help you here. Just land. I'm going out of my way to help you here. Just land. Whoa, that was a close one. Be careful, man. Well, we're okay for the moment. Now the real challenge begins.
Well, if it isn't the LR...
Hell, I can't just snap my fingers and make a plane. Believe me, I wish I could. Right now, we needed one. Bad. When we were coming over on the boat, I remember seeing an aircraft carrier. That gave me an idea. The Admiral Anderson. The name of an old sailor. When the first drone started attacking, the ship wasn't ready for battle yet. It was still in the dock, getting all rigged up. So they rushed to get her ready. I know about Anderson. In the previous Ocean War, he was the commander of a ship that sent out the last fleet of jets. They say the deck was sloping so bad as it sank, the last plane barely made it off. Those fighters ended the war. That story gives me a little bit of hope, especially at a time like this. We're all in the same boat, like it or not. If this war keeps going on like it is, it'll be the end of everything. The military loaded this thing to the rafters with planes. Some were fighters that were going to be delivered to bases in occupied territory. It was hit before it could complete the mission. Jackpot. The hangars were loaded with goodies. This scrap queen's got work to do.
Trigger, everyone, listen up.
Trigger Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
Can I use this? Hey, can you hear me? That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky. Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know what you saw.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you. To take a plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down. I feel for him now.
Take care. Whatever happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him.
Oh, this is the guy? Oh, yeah. He's the one who took off just now.
Got quite a few Erusians with us.
Lucians are sticking around, too. I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow Trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Roger.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of wide area data transmission. The drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Goal leader to lockdown here. UAV is confirmed in direction of travel. Taking advantage.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Ocean.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now. Salamander 3, Skull 2, lost. Damn it, that was quick.
I've never seen anyone fly like that. Provide support.
Friendly lost. Another confirmed down.
Damn it. Trigger scored a hit. We can do it. Aim well and shoot him down.
Good. The enemy is still flying normally, though. Keep pushing. The damage has to be adding up. The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their noses pointing.
Just like me, right? I got my copies of Mihai. Received some serious upgrades. Seymour, the separate you in a unit.
What did that hit?
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Stay calm. Avoid friendly fire.
Missile hit on UAV. Outstanding work, Trigger.
You've bruised it. Don't stop now.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Missile.
Targeting gun range.
Got this one down to my sights. I can't break lock.
Friendly lost. The Salamander. Rifle 3 has been shot down. We lost another one.
Rifle 2, not trying to follow the zone. Take what Strider's replay.
Right now.
Damn it. Another hit. It's the only one getting anywhere out here.
got him. Watch your tail. They can get behind you in no time.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1. One small drone is down. Strider 1 got it.
Crap, I can't break this lock.
On the enemy's radar. This is Zone 2. Locked on enemy. For you.
Strider 1, you have a UAV on your ass.
Gonna need some teamwork. Illusions take point. OCNs provide cover. Break those UAVs up.
Roger. While you're in there. All right, everyone. Regroup quickly while Trigger draws the drones away. Get this guy off my tail. Strider 1, missile inbound.
All aircraft, watch your 6. Stay sharp. They'll creep up on you.
Damn it. I'll grab their attention. Can't let Trigger do all the fighting.
Strider 1, missile away.
Hey! Strider 1 is hit.
If you can't see anything, assume they're behind you.
This is Zone 2. Locked on enemy.
It's going to stand its ass.
Strider 4, Box 2.
We're almost out of special weaponry.
Don't let up, people.
Join the IFF. There are only 2 enemy aircraft.
Target's still active.
Enemy's gonna lock. Striking.
Trigger, you have one behind you. You're kidding me. They're shooting down missiles from their laser. Just how are we supposed to bring it down?
Strider 1, you scored a hit.
Gotta be jamming. Don't let up now.
Watch for escape lanes.
Attack this.
This is Zone 2. Locked on enemy.
You're in their sights, Strider 1.
Target is right in front of me.
Strider 1, missile launched.
My missiles aren't hitting. The UAVs are shooting them down.
I've got this one. Hostile has a lock.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Trigger, behind you. UAV approaching.
Missile, evade. Target hit. Damage confirmed. Real suckers are tough. There we go. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
That enemy is flying off billowing from it. I saw it myself. 3 strikes is a real deal. 1 plane left.
Zone 2, evade, evade.
Just like that, guys.
Zone 2 lost.
Vito, damn it. Damn it.
I'm on it back.
One panda left. Come on, someone just get rid of it.
Latch on and don't let go. An opening will come. Locked on!
I need to get away. Breaking.
In gun range.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! We
status updates from emergent aircraft via data link. All aircraft rely on visual confirmation.
Rups. Is it just me, or is that thing trying to read Trigger's reactions? It's observing Strider 1. Looks like it's trying to learn from him. One target left. We can do this.
Strider 1, target acquired.
When I get home, I'm bragging to my son about living through this mission. What a day. Locked on! Silent Trigger, who's gonna shoot him down? Not to mention they can manufacture a whole lot of them too.
Got too reliant on technology. Descending from low altitude to evade missiles.
Got this one down to my sights.
Get back here. Look at it go. Get rid of the shell and made it lighter.
Strider 1, missile launched. Target is in range of guns.
Still flying, but it can't keep this up forever. Finish it off, Trigger.
Locked on.
Enemy has a lock. Evade!
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Bandit in my sight. Locked on.
UAV is down. Radar signal is lost.
No stopping. Showing us how it's done.
It's definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. Can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator is just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you've prevented data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
Who the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
I think.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
I think.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
The UAV went into the undersea tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator.
Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
Caution. Caution. Caution.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data. You need to destroy it as fast as you can.
Trigger's down! Count, where are you going?
We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data.
There it is. UAV spotted. We finally found it.
I heard some static when the gate closed. Do you think the UAV is operating the gates? Well, there goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off after making it through that maze. Don't worry, I'll think of something. I'll find us a way out. They're waiting for you outside. I'm not gonna let you drop here. No sign of the drone. Did it take another path? Doesn't matter. We know where it's going. We can catch it.
Drone on your tail. Damn it! It got me. I'm hit. Shit.
My wings seem fine, but I'm losing thrust. Is it my engine? Definitely feels like it's my engine. I'm fine. I can still fly. My rudder's acting up. It's hard to keep level. I'm not getting much thrust, but I'll be okay. Uh-oh, that's quite the problem. Appears I can't get any more thrust. Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Trigger's down!
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down.
Yeah, baby!
Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if Blackbird can handle it, though.
Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you! Into the middle column. That'll lead inside the windbreak.
I wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
Send in an evac team.
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. All the darkness needs a light to shine. We're waiting for that beacon of light.
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar.
I did it! That's our Trigger!
He's a damn hero.
No doubt. You're better than me.
Where's Strider 2? Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly under the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars in our galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock, we are forever grateful. The universe lies ahead of us, waiting to be discovered. And now, at last, we have a gateway to ascend to it, over and over again.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad. The refugees built a settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yuktovania airdropped some supplies for them again today. Thanks to the princess, the whole world was pitching in to help these people. Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect gig for that anarchist dude. But since he's dead now, the job went to the guy from Belka, George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us too.
I never wanted to create anything, and now here I am, clinging to life. Watching as my grandchildren and their generation make a new future for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. Dark blue. To the heavens and beyond.
Can you hear me?